It's Friday, February 6th.
And that's when I realized, oh my God, what did I do? It's just like you instantly know it's a scam.
An Edmonton woman with a warning to others after handing over thousands in cash to phone scammers who came right to her door.
We're trucking water trucks in here every half an hour.
Soaring temperatures are causing problems for several winter events in the city starting today. And after years of construction and redevelopment, we now know when Horlack Park will open again. Your morning starts right now. Welcome to your Friday morning. Nice to have you here as we start things off. Kim is out and about today. She's going to be waking up Josh Clausen a little bit later in the show, so she's out of the studio. We'll check in with her in a bit. Corey and I are here, and Corey, that warmth just continues to be both rays of sunshine and a little bit of a hassle out there.
Yeah, we're a winter city, and it's not feeling like it at all, and it does cause some issues for events that are planned for winter. So the weather's still getting in the way of many things. Today, warm, not as warm as yesterday, but still pretty warm. Through the weekend as well, a little bit cooler next week, but still above average seasonal temperatures. I will have those details, your 3, 5, and 10-day forecast as we go throughout the next 3 hours, Kent.
Corey, thank you. Well, an Edmonton woman says she's out thousands of dollars after falling for a so-called grandparent scam. Jody, who CTV has agreed not to identify for safety reasons, says she's embarrassed but wants to warn others. She says she got a phone call from someone who sounded like her adult grandson last week. He said he needed bail money. Then someone identifying themselves as a lawyer came on the line saying he could send a courier to collect the money.
We have a bond guy coming right to your door and gave the money and off he went. And that's when I realized, oh my God, what did I do? It's just like you instantly know it's a scam, and he knew there's nothing you can do about it, you know. But then the next morning they phoned again, and I said, oh, I'll go to the bank again. I went right to the police station.
Edmonton police say last year 26 people reported being victims of the grandparent scam. That's any scam where a fraudster impersonates a grandchild or close relative and says they're in some sort of trouble and need money. A team of investigators from the Transportation Safety Board is trying to figure out what caused a train derailment west of Edmonton. Canadian National Railway says 37 loaded cars went off the tracks near the hamlet of Wildwood. CN did not confirm what the cars were carrying at the time. CN crews and first responders went to the site around 5:30 last night. No reports of any injuries, and CN says there are no leaks of any dangerous goods. NAIT has reached a tentative agreement with academic staff. The NAIT Academic Staff Association, or NASA, says the deal follows a long and challenging process. The union says detailed information will be sent to members within the next couple of days. Ratification voting is expected for next week. Last month, members voted 83% in favor of a strike. The two sides returned to the bargaining table this week. NAIT says reaching an agreement provides stability for the school community. And the province says it is focused on recruiting doctors and healthcare professionals after an Angus Reid survey revealed 45% of Albertans either do not have a family doctor or have trouble accessing one. 14% of Albertans say they don't have the doctor, and 31% say they can't easily access the one they do have. One woman in Edmonton says she's been without a regular family doctor for years, and it could prevent her from demonstrating her disability. She's on AISH, and while she does have a family doctor, finding one for the long term has been difficult because of physicians retiring, moving, or not getting the care she needs.
How long does it take to get in for an urgent appointment? How long does it take to make a standard appointment? I'd like to be able to see my doctor within a week of calling if I have an acute thing in July when they kick us off to ADAP.
The province says even with some doctors leaving the system, Alberta added more than 1,300 last year, nearly 800 more than in 2024. Anyone without a regular family physician can visit Find a Doctor, the portal, on the albertafindadoctor.ca website. The Canadian Red Cross is hoping more people will use a no-tech method to help health information and keep it close. The medical tags come from a Canadian company. You can include information that may help first responders in the event of an emergency. The Edmonton Motorcycle Road Racing Association mandated the use of these tags more than a decade ago. They can be used in a variety of sport helmets, hard hats, car seats, and mobility aids. They can also be attached to personal items using a key ring.
It could be allergies, your next of kin information, if you have a pet at home in case you're in an accident and somebody needs to let your pet out or grab your pet. All that information can be stored in here.
The more we start to see people adopt this, the more we actually start to see the emergency service use it. And that's the hope, is that we start to see a little bit more widely spread.
The tags are available on the Red Cross website or through Amazon. All proceeds go back to the Red Cross. The truck driver who caused the Humboldt Broncos bus crash has lost a refugee bid. The Canada Border Services Agency is now under a legal obligation to remove Jaskirat Singh Sidhu from Canada. His lawyer says he plans to ask for a deferral. The board is still considering a previous application to restore Sidhu's permanent resident status on humanitarian grounds. He has a child with complex medical issues. 16 people died and 13 were injured when Sidhu went through a stop sign into the path of the Broncos bus in 2018. He was driving for a Calgary trucking company. An Alberta nonprofit says helping newcomers find work is taking longer than ever. The Immigrant Education Society held a youth job fair in Calgary. The provincial unemployment rate for young Albertans is 14.5%, which is above the national average. The charity says it's even tougher for racialized youth to find work.
Part of it is the economy, part of it, there's a bit of an anti-immigrant sentiment, and part of it is with some employers not really understanding the value of what newcomers bring to the country and that they are actually experienced.
The Immigrant Education Society says it used to take clients up to 2 months to find work. Now it can take up to 6. The unseasonably warm weather is making streets sloppy, and it's a concern for the Silver Skate Festival that's underway in our city as well. Some snow sculptures that were carved early have lost a little definition in the sunshine. Festival organizers are doing their best to prevent melting. The large snow blocks for the 20th annual Snow Sculptor Symposium were set up in the shade under tarps. The skating oval in Laurier Park closed yesterday with the hope of reopening soon. The festival's producer says her team has been making snow to supplement the natural stuff.
We're trucking water trucks in here every half an hour just so that for 36 hours, so we can make this beautiful mound of snow.
Silver Skate also features interpretive storytelling along a folk trail, an Indigenous heritage village, and a large movie screen made from snow. It will be showing the Olympics between winter cinema programming. The festival lasts for 10 days, starting today. So, Corey, how's the forecast shaping up for it? It's tough, like all these winter festivals in January and in February, when you think that's the best time to hold a cold weather event, they're just running up against a really tough forecast.
Yeah, and for the next 10 days, it's warm. We don't have any days below the freezing mark as far as the highs are concerned. So we see these warm conditions extended well throughout the next 10 days. Not as warm as what we've seen over the last couple of days. Yesterday, we did make it to 11. Today will be slightly cooler. Let's take a look at our almanac for today. Our high is 8. Pretty decent. Average seasonal high, -5, so well above that. Current temperature right now here in the city, as we take a look at that, we are sitting at 2. Wind on the lighter side. At the airport, temperature there, 0. For today, 8 for a high. Wind on the lighter side. Record is 12, so probably not getting to that. As we take a look at your 3-day forecast, tomorrow, -3 to start, 6 for a high. A little bit more cloud for Saturday. Overnight into Sunday morning, there's a slight chance of some scattered showers, and then 5 for a high on Sunday with more sun as we progress throughout the day. So our temperature is falling a little bit over the next few days, but still above average. Again, that is -5. As I was kind of teasing earlier, in the 10-day forecast, all days are above 0 for the daytime highs. I'll have those details coming up a little bit later on. Kent.
All right, thank you, Corey. Well, you'll be able to grab a drink at your local bar in the morning while watching the medal rounds at the Olympic Games. The Alberta Gaming, Liquor and Cannabis Commission has so far received notifications from 91 bars and restaurants that want to extend their serving hours. 53 of those applications are in the Edmonton area. The AGLC says bars and restaurants can apply up to 3 days before an event to extend liquor service hours. And the latest attempt at the world's longest hockey game is now underway in Sherwood Park. Dozens of players make up the teams that will play continuously for 261 hours, which is 11 days. On that ice, organizers say they're prepared for the warm weather, ensuring the ice is thick enough to handle some melting. They're raising money for the Alberta Cancer Foundation. Brent Sake started the record-breaking game more than 20 years ago after losing his father to cancer. This year, money raised will go to CAR T-cell therapy, a type of immunotherapy that fights blood cancers.
It's been very expensive to do that treatment, about $500,000 a patient here. So unfortunately, not everybody gets the treatment. When this is done, which I know it'll happen when this is done, there's a lab waiting at the Cross. The equipment's waiting to go. Everything's ready to go. And by August 26th, patients will be treated at the Cross.
The game will last until Monday, the 16th. And 1,800 Edmontonians are part of a national push-up challenge. Each person has to complete 2,000 push-ups over 3 weeks. That number is to honor and remember the roughly 2,000 people that die by suicide every year. Money raised is going to the Canadian Mental Health Association. The organization says the challenge is meant to put the struggles of mental health into perspective.
So for me, just thinking about getting down there and doing some push-ups is kind of reminds me of what many people have to deal with every day. And if they can kind of push towards their own wellness and recovery, I can do a few push-ups.
Edmontonians raised close to $100,000 last year. The push-up challenge ends February 27th. It's just about 12 minutes past 6 o'clock here on Friday morning. You're looking at Capitol Bridge. And a rather lonely drive through there so far this morning for the early birds, but we know things will pick up there soon. 105 Avenue, 108th Street to 109th Street closed for a crane lift. This lasts again today through till Sunday. 88th Avenue, 99th Street to 100 closed up for utility work until the 13th. And 99th Avenue, 150th to 151st Street is closed as well. Drainage work there will last until the end of April. Still ahead, Alberta got hit with a wallop of snow, but Vancouver may not have snow all winter for the first time in decades. The Prime Minister rolling out a new policy for electric vehicles, including billions of dollars in rebates. Plus, the torch is about to arrive with just hours until the Winter Olympics opening ceremony.
Here's a look at your Edmonton gas prices. Hey, coming down a little bit from yesterday. The average gas cost now just below $1.20 at $1.18. Highest gas price, that's come down $1.20.9. And the lowest gas price, that's $1.06.9. You can find that at the Esso on 156th Street and 111th Avenue.
Team Canada is gearing up for the opening ceremony at the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics today. The torch relay approaching its final leg before the opening ceremony at different sites across northern Italy. Team Canada will be led by flag bearers Michael Kingsbury and Marielle Thompson. Competition has already started. Figure skating beginning this morning with the team event. Ice dancers Piper Gills and Paul Poirier got things started with Team Canada in the rhythm dance. Canada is in 4th place right now. In mixed curling, Jocelyn Peterman and Brett Gallant lost to the United States this morning. They play the UK tomorrow. And Mark McMorris decided not to compete in the qualifier for the Big Air yesterday after he was injured in a training run. The 3-time bronze medalist said in a statement, "Fortunately, things are looking good for slopestyle, so I'm staying positive and shifting my focus there." And Canada is starting to take a look at the auto industry in a new way with new emission standards and an EV rebate.
This puts us on a path to greater electrification while giving industry the flexibility it needs during a very difficult time.
The 5-year, $2.3 billion EV affordability program will be available to consumers as of February 16th. Buyers can get a rebate of up to $5,000 for fully electric vehicles and up to $2,500 for plug-in hybrid models. This will comply to cars coming from countries Canada has a free trade deal with that cost less than $50,000. This does not apply to Chinese EVs. The EV sales mandate is being replaced with new emission standards for future models. Ottawa pledging $1.5 billion to build up Canada's roadside charging network. Federal workers are pushing back against an order to go back to the office 4 days a week.
I just find this just insulting and disrespectful to be doing this to public servants after everything we've gone through the past few months.
Tens of thousands of public servants also recently received notices of possible layoffs. Workers will need to be on site 4 days a week by July 6th under the expanded return to office mandate. Previously, it was 3 days a week. Executives will be in office 5 days a week. The Federal Workers Union says it does not think the order will raise productivity. It's also worried there is not enough office space. Vancouver could have its first snow-free winter in 43 years. As we begin February, no flakes have been measured at the airport weather station. An Environment Canada meteorologist says there's still time left in winter, but there's no snow in the immediate forecast. Ahead of Super Bowl Sunday, the Toronto Zoo's great horned owl, Butters, is making a prediction. What else do you need? Butters picking the Patriots to defeat the Seahawks in the big game Sunday. Seems confident. All owls do. Remember, if you haven't made your pick, owls are known to be quite wise. Okay, well, still ahead. Along a similar line. Some ideas, well, they just better on paper. This Grizzly Cam making our best of the week. Stay with us.
School Day Forecast is brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equal a strong Alberta.
6:23, you're taking a live look at downtown Edmonton. A pretty quiet start to the day today. Warm start, not as warm as yesterday. If you recall, we were around 8 degrees at this time yesterday. Right now we are at 2, which is still pretty decent. Temperatures have cooled a little bit throughout the province to start off this morning. Most areas, though, still above average seasonal low. Temperatures are, in many areas, right around or above average seasonal high. So we're doing quite well. Still a little bit colder in the north. Fort McMurray minus 12. That's where we've got some cooler Arctic air, but that temperature not too bad. As we take a look at your school day forecast, brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equals a strong Alberta. About 2 for the kids heading out, 6 at lunch, 8 when they head home. We'll see a little bit more sun than cloud as we go throughout the day. Areas in and around Fort McMurray seeing some scattered flurries. That extends into Saskatchewan as we get closer to home. Mostly clear sky right now. We've got a little bit of cloud coming in from the west. As I said, for today, we will see more sun than clouds. So the little bit of cloud that's in the region is going to just stay just partly cloudy. The further north and northeast you go, the more cloud you will see. But for us here in Edmonton, we're right on the edge of that, and we should be seeing more sun than cloud as we go throughout the day. Our high again for today is 8, record is 12, so we probably won't reach that. But as we go throughout the day, still warm, wind light, and lots of sun.
Hello, Jermaine Franklin inside the TSN Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Thursday. For it, we're going to Buffalo. Pens, Sabres. Anthony Mantha at the side of the net with a beautiful between-the-legs pass to Avery Hayes, and he goes upstairs on Alex Lyon. What a crazy goal. It's outstanding. It's Hayes' first NHL game, first NHL period, and already a second goal. What a way to start your career, not to mention he's on the same line as Sidney Crosby. That's your must-see moment from Thursday. And today on TSN, Milano Cortina 2026 opening ceremony. Coverage begins at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. That's all from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
TSN must-see moments brought to you by Century Casino. 3 great locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile.
It is Friday already.
Yes, sir.
Can you believe it? We are already here, which means we're looking back at some of our favorite stories from the week. And for me, it's the scientists in Alaska who thought this is probably a good idea, on paper at least. 12 grizzly bears have been given video cameras on their collars, and as you can see, not much. You see mostly grizzly bear in the footage, which is very fun. This is home to one of the most remote packs of grizzlies in the world. The scientists say even though the framing is not great, they can still gain some things from the footage.
I guess so.
Ooh, look at those wolves.
Cool.
Hello there.
Huh.
Yeah.
You'd probably have that issue with your beard, too, if you had to wear a camera
I suppose if I have a camera on my neck, you wouldn't see much either.
No. My best of the week is the weather. It has been well above seasonal throughout the week. A nice break from the cold we had prior. And it's allowing golfers throughout the province to get outside and practice their swings. So you have good form there?
This is pretty good, especially, not a great footing. So we really let that rip.
Canada Golf Cart driving range on Ellerslie Road here in Edmonton was open Wednesday. And they expect to be open through Sunday. In Calgary, the front nine is open at Fox Hollow with staff hopeful all 18 holes will be open within the next few days.
That is amazing.
Wow.
All of this has been quite amazing.
Yeah, the snow is just, they've got another Chinook going through in southern Alberta this morning. Some areas will be around 17.
Yeah. So that leads us to our question of the day. Do you like this weather in February? Certainly the sunshine feels nice.
Sun's nice, yeah.
But there's the ice issues. It's slippery out there. It feels very abnormal. Like we want the snow to stick around until a natural, springtime. We need that moisture out there. Are you concerned about fire coming up later if it dries out too quickly? What do you think? Do you like it or do you not like it? I can't decide.
Yeah.
Because spring is still so far away. Or is it? I don't know.
We're still in the first week of February.
I know.
Very far away, yes.
I just don't know. Tell us at 10400 what you're thinking. And still ahead, we now know when exactly Horlack Park will be open after 3 years of closure and construction. Plus, a piece of Alberta will be between the pipes on Olympic ice.
Pond hockey scene in front and then the city and the mountains in the back.
Good morning. It is 6:30 here on a Friday. Hopefully you're off to a great start to your day. We were just talking about the forecast, the warm weather, whether you like it or not, seems pretty divided on the text line so far, Corey. But as far as the science goes, more warmth to come.
Yeah, it's going to be warm as we go throughout today, the weekend, and next week. Into the 10-day forecast, actually. We will see temperatures drop off a little bit as we go throughout next week, but they still remain above average seasonal high. I will have some of those details, your 5-day forecast, coming up in about 6 minutes, Ken.
All right, Corey, thank you. Well, the Canadian Bar Association says a proposal for appointing judges by Alberta's premier would compromise judicial independence. In a letter to the Prime Minister, Danielle Smith demanded more input on the selection of federal judges. She wrote the provincial government could hold back money for judges. The Canadian Bar Association, speaking for 40,000 lawyers, judges, and legal professionals, says in a letter to Smith, the proposal would compromise the appointment process, saying that Smith's suggestion that courts do not reflect the values and expectations of Albertans underscores the political nature of her proposal. Federal Justice Minister Sean Fraser says he plans to maintain the current selection process. Well, teachers across Alberta are taking a time away from classrooms to learn for themselves. The first of 9 two-day teachers' conventions now underway in Edmonton. The rest will be held across the province over the next 2 months. The conventions are for professional development and to give teachers a chance to connect. This follows a tumultuous start to the school year. In October, tens of thousands of teachers walked off the job and then were ordered back to work by the Alberta government.
Huge impact. Average classroom teacher has definitely felt the highs and lows of what's been going on, whether it's curriculum, lack of resources, the strike for sure. So this midpoint sort of like chance to reset, I think, is really important for teachers.
The conventions are paid for through the teachers' union fees. Horlack Park will open March 13th, 3 years to the day that it closed for renovation. The city says most of the popular park will be accessible, including a new playground, lakefront promenade, modernized pavilion, and updated washrooms. The new perimeter path and multi-use trails are fully paved. People can walk, bike, or snowshoe around the park. The city says cross-country skiing and skating will be available next season. It says there will be some active construction sites as landscaping work finishes. Prior to the renovations, most of the infrastructure was original from Horlack's opening in 1967. The grand reopening celebration is scheduled for May 30th. The Calgary Stampede had a major impact on Alberta's economy last year. Analysis from MNP shows the Stampede generated $721 million across the province in 2025, a 33% increase from the last time a similar report was done in 2019. Throughout Canada last year, Stampede-related activity produced $872 million nationally, $664 million generated in Calgary specifically. That includes more than $190 million in wages and salaries.
And proportionately, there were more outside of Calgary visitors coming here and spending money. That's money that came to Calgary that otherwise wouldn't be here as a result of hotel room rentals, restaurant tabs, Uber rides, things of that nature.
There were nearly 1.5 million visitors through the Stampede gates in 2025. Well, the above seasonal temperatures may have you thinking about taking a road trip. The latest and greatest in RV and outdoor adventuring on display at the Edmonton Expo Centre right now. The 4-day event shows off the new tech, integrated solar panels, lithium batteries, for example. There are also hundreds of new RV models and floor plans. Tickets are required to get in. You can pay at the door or pre-purchase online. The RV show runs until Sunday. And basketball players from across the province are shooting hoops in support of the Canadian Cancer Society. More than 400 junior high students are playing in the Centurion Classic Invitational Basketball Tournament at Riverbend School. Players and fans transforming the gym into sea pink. Since 2011, the tournament has raised more than $110,000. Organizers say this tournament forces kids to take a step back and focus on something bigger than themselves.
When you take highly passionate and motivated teachers and combine them with engaged students who are supported by involved parents and generous support from community businesses, you just get incredible school culture, incredible school engagement. It's awesome.
The tournament expects to raise more than $20,000 this year.
The CTV drone, powered by Century Casino. 3 great locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile.
All right, Corey, we've been asking on the text line whether people like this weather right now in February or they dislike it. And I would say that the scales have tipped a little bit to the dislike.
Interesting, okay.
A lot of people saying, I enjoy winter, I don't enjoy freezing rain and slippery conditions, that sort of thing. There used to be some stability in winter and people could kind of get used to things. Not the case this year, at least.
Not at all. And Kent, it's going to be a little bit more on the warm side as we go throughout the next 5 and 10 days. The temperatures will cool a little bit, but still remain above seasonal. Our daytime highs remaining above the freezing mark. Let's take a look at our almanac for today. Our high is 8. Average seasonal high, -5. Record is 12, so we won't get into the record territory today, but nonetheless, still on the warm side. 0 in Stony Plain and at the airport. Elk Island -1, 2 at the Blatchford station. Winds on the lighter side, which is nice. Temperatures within the city ranging from 0 in Rio Terrace to 3 in Beverly. And again, for today, we are heading for a high of 8. We will see mainly sunny sky, just a little bit of scattered cloud here and there. Wind remaining light in your 5-day forecast for tomorrow, -3 to start, 6 for a high for tomorrow, a little bit more cloud. Saturday overnight through Sunday morning, there's a slight chance we could see some scattered showers. 0 Sunday to start, 5 for a high, and then a pair of 2s for Monday as well as Tuesday with mainly sunny sky. Our overnight lows dipping a little bit more, but still relatively warm. And that's the case for your 10-day forecast, which I have coming up your way in 15 minutes. Kent.
All right, thank you, Corey. Well, one of Team Canada's Olympic goaltenders is bringing a piece of Alberta with him to Italy. Calgary's Logan Thompson is one of 3 goalies on the roster. He's wearing a mask painted by Calgary artist Dave Freed. Freed says Thompson wanted to represent his roots.
What he asked for was he wanted a Calgary/Alberta vibe for his mask. So, still wants a very Canadian kind of leaf on there, but the background stuff, he definitely wanted the Calgary Tower in there. And I kind of asked him if he want to do that kind of that pond hockey scene in front and then the city and the mountains in the back.
Freed has also painted Olympic masks for 3 other goalies. All right, let's take a look at traffic now at 6:38 this morning. We're looking at White Mud Drive and 149th Street, where things moving along pretty smoothly. Elsewhere in the city, a few things to know about. 107th Street, 132nd Ave to 129th, closed for utility repairs today. 34th Street, 107 Ave to 108, closed for utility until February 16th. And later in the month, 116th Street, 105 Avenue to 106 Avenue will stay closed until the 27th in both directions. Well, coming up, it's warm, it's wet. A bit of a tease for spring, but did Corey hit the forecast? We'll find out on the way. Plus, babies in our sidebar stories. Some of it cute, some of it slithery. Stay tuned for that. And we peer into people's fridges to find out what kind of milk they're using. New local research says it's often more than one type. We'll have more on what this says about plant-based milk market in 10 minutes. And we'll go live to California for a preview of Super Bowl 60. That's all on the way, so stay with us.
Wake up with Your Morning Edmonton. Brought to you by CIR Realty. Making real estate easy in Edmonton, Red Deer, and Central Alberta. Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
It's time for Corey versus Corey. We put him up against himself because he's got no competition in this city in the mornings. We take the forecast from Monday, see if he was right. So here's what he predicted.
10 Wednesday, 7 Thursday. Those temperatures are also a little bit conservative. There's a potential we could go slightly warmer. So we'll see how that plays out and keep an eye on it the closer we get to it.
So there you go. Even on Monday, you were just really not sure how this was going to play out. So was he right? Was he right?
I'm going to say I was and I wasn't, because I did, like I was saying in there, those were conservative numbers, and where I kind of was a little bit hesitant to go warmer just because we needed to see how the week would develop. And then, but yeah, Josh and I were conversing at the beginning of the week. Should we go warmer? It looks like we could be, but it's a weird time of the year, and it's the beginning of February.
Sure.
So some of the parameters have shifted a little bit, but
almost like inverse, right? Like what we're usually dealing with.
Totally. And so, so it was one of those cautious forecasts where could go warmer, but you didn't want to overdo it right off the bat.
That is tricky. It's tricky for everybody right now, even trying to figure out what's going to happen.
Yeah, and it's going to be warm for a while.
Yeah.
It's an interesting February. This is going to go down probably as one of the warmer ones for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll get them next week.
Well, you never forget the first time you taste your favorite food.
I'll have the steak smothered in onions, a rack of ribs, pasta with extra garlic, French fries with lots of vinegar, and a side of onions.
Look at his eyes. This baby is tasting steak for the first time and loves it. No teeth, no problem. Can't stop gnawing on the juicy piece of meat. Even grabs it with both hands.
Wow.
Just loving it.
That
Little carnivore there.
Yeah, that is an expensive baby food right there.
Totally.
Mashing up some peas and carrots is a lot cheaper. Well, here's a very unique friendship that may make your skin crawl.
Everybody finds somebody someplace.
That's little Bella and her pet snake Gizmo doing everything together. They watch TV, they're dancing, they're reading, they're cuddling. The dynamic duo celebrating 4 years as BFFs. They even have a book about their friendship. Don't worry, Gizmo is a ball python, not poisonous at all.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, for sure.
That certainly is good. Hey, on the text line 10400, let us know, do you like this weather right now, or you dislike how warm it is in February? Let us know. And still ahead, what kind of milk is in your fridge? New research says there are more people giving multiple answers. Find out why after the break. Plus, Seahawks against the Patriots again. We've got a preview of the Super Bowl live from California.
Well, it's 6:49, and do you know what kind of milk is in your fridge? Odds are pretty good. It's more than one type. We welcome Leanne Chen and Christy Murray Alsado with the U of A, who just did a study on what's in people's fridge. Good morning.
Good morning.
So milk, when I was growing up, it was either 2% or 1%, and then almond milk kind of came in, but it has changed the landscape. What did you find as far as what kind of milk people are drinking?
We think bowls, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So in our study, we did find that there are more segments, consumer segments, than just being plant and versus dairy milk. So there are some consumers who do consume both plant and dairy milks.
Okay. What do people expect out of their non-dairy milk? Is there an expectation of, I guess, what type of milk and what kind of quality it is?
Okay, I think currently plant-based milk market is increasing based on sustainability considerations because like oat milk, it has require less water and land, and also it generates less greenhouse gas emission. Consider Alberta actually is a major oat producer in the world. The expansion of the oat market will give chance to oat industry in Canada.
Okay. Are you finding that non-dairy milks are a replacement for traditional milk, or is it have a special place?
So that's a very interesting finding in our study. Plant-based milks are not milk substitutes. We found we see that consumers are very accepting of what they are, like the identity of plant-based milks, as long as they meet like certain, we call it drivers of liking. So as long as they are creamy, they are smooth, and they are sweet, consumers are willing to adopt it. On the production perspective, it doesn't need to be very complicated, and it doesn't need to really replicate milk for it to be accepted.
Interesting. Oat milk, it seems to be growing rapidly in popularity. Why do you think that is?
I think it has most favorable flavor and taste among plant-based milk. It has this creamy mouthfeel that make people like it. And you can see it's more popular, like people use them as a creamer in the coffee drink, especially among young generations. I want to highlight that this kind of creaminess is very unique to oat milk because it comes from the naturally existing dietary fiber enriched in oat grains.
Oh, okay, so there's not as much, I guess, manipulation that they have to do to it once they make the milk.
I think, they have some processing, but currently the industry try to make, ultimately recover those nutrient ingredients from oat. So they have protein, they have dietary fiber, they have vitamins and minerals. So it's a good choice if you are allergic to milk or you have lactose intolerance.
Okay, what's the future of plant-based milks?
I think based on data, it won't be replacing the milk anytime soon, but it's very important to acknowledge that plant-based milks also offer a different kind of products for our consumers. So they are, they have their own uses, they have their own characteristics, and so really there's no point of comparison because there are two different products.
Interesting. Perfect. Thank you so much for coming in. It's very interesting conversation and gives a lot to think about.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can find more about this research at ualberta.ca. And still ahead, how the federal government is hoping to entice Canadians to buy electric vehicles after scrapping its previous mandate. CTV's National Jeremy Sharon has the details for us after 7. And
it's just like he instantly knows it's a scam.
An Edmonton woman hopes her story helps others to not fall for a prevalent scam.
Programming brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free. School Day Forecast is brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equal a strong Alberta.
Here is the view from our CTV drone of Footfield in the Seville Sports Centre. It is looking quite nice down there. Some areas, not much snow. It's been pretty warm. So, Seville Sports Centre again and Footfield. Beautiful skyline, just a little bit of cloud as we start off the day today. Temperature, we are sitting at 2 throughout central and southern areas, still a bit on the warmer side, a little bit colder up towards Fort McMurray -12, which still really isn't that bad for this time of year. It just looks cold compared to these really mild temperatures that we have throughout other parts of the province. Here's your school day forecast brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equals a strong Alberta. 2 for the kids heading out, 6 at lunch, 8 for a high for today. Mostly sunny, just a little bit of cloud here and there. Tomorrow, 6 for a high. We will see a little bit more cloud. Saturday, overnight into Sunday morning, a slight chance of some scattered showers. And then 5 for Sunday with a lot of sun as we get into the afternoon. Monday, Tuesday, highs of 2. As we take a look at the rest of your 10-day forecast, it is still warm. Once we get into the mid part of February, Valentine's Day, it looks like our daytime highs will finally get closer to average seasonal high. It's February 6th, and we have these milestones to share. Wishing Ivy a happy 6th birthday. With love from Gigi, Mom, Grayson, Aunt Candace, Uncle Dan, Penny, and Aunt Dee.
Joanna's turning 10. Happy birthday. Love from Mom, Dad, Mavi, Cynthia, Spirit, Rosie, and Tuxedo.
And a happy 15th birthday goes out to Huddy Buddy from Mom and Dad. Time to get your learners.
Woo, fun.
Submit your milestone at ctvedmonton.ca under Your Morning. You could win a $100 gift card to Coolman's Greenhouse, which we draw for every week.
All right, let's solve a mystery, Corey.
Let's do it.
Clue number 1. In 1989, it featured a 1950s theme, an Elvis impersonator, 3D effects for the broadcast audience, and a magic trick. In 1996, bit different, Diana Ross departed her performance being picked up by a helicopter.
Cool. There's a exit for you.
Yeah. And clue number 3, 2023, Rihanna revealed her second pregnancy during her performance. I'm going to go with the halftime show. Is it the halftime show?
Super Bowl halftime show.
Halftime show, which is a spectacular. A lot of people watch just for that, which can't blame me for. Super Bowl coming up Sunday on CTV. We've got a preview of the game coming up in just a few minutes. The news you need to start your day begins right now here on Friday, February 6th.
And that's when I realized, oh my God, what did I do? It's just like you instantly know it's a scam.
An Edmonton woman with a warning to others after handing over thousands in cash to phone scammers who came right to her door.
We're trucking water trucks in here every half an hour.
Soaring temperatures causing problems for several winter events throughout the city that start today. And after years of construction and redevelopment, we know when Horillac Park will open again and what's going to be inside. Your morning starts right now. Just after 7 o'clock, welcome to your Friday morning, Edmonton. A woman here says she's out thousands of dollars after falling for a so-called grandparent scam. Jody, who CTV has agreed not to identify for safety reasons, says she's embarrassed, but she wants to warn others. She says she got a phone call from someone who sounded like her adult grandson last week. He said he needed bail money, and someone identifying themselves as a lawyer came on the phone saying that he could send a courier to collect the money.
We have a bond guy coming right to your door and gave the money and off he went. And that's when I realized, oh my God, what did I do? It's just like he instantly knows it's a scam and he knew there's nothing you can do about it, you know. But then the next morning they phoned again and I said, oh, I'll go to the bank again. I went right to the police station.
Edmonton police say last year 26 people reported being victims of the grandparent scam, which is any scam where a fraudster impersonates a grandchild or close relative and says they're in some sort of trouble and in need of money. A team of investigators from the Transportation Safety Board is trying to figure out what caused a train derailment west of Edmonton. Canadian National Railway says 37 loaded cars went off the tracks near the hamlet of Wildwood. CN did not confirm what the cars were carrying at the time. First responders and CN crews went to the site around 5:30 last night. No reports of any injuries, and CN says there are no leaks of dangerous goods. And new from just minutes ago, Statistics Canada says employment was down across the country. However, Alberta gained jobs. Canada as a whole lost 25,000 jobs in January, but there were fewer people looking for work, so the unemployment rate actually fell to 6.5%. Employment in Alberta up, with our province gaining 20,000 jobs. Alberta's unemployment rate now just below the national average. NAIT has reached a tentative agreement with academic staff. NAIT Academic Staff Association, or NASA, says the deal follows a long and challenging process. The union says detailed information will be sent out to members within the next couple of days, and ratification voting is scheduled for next week. Last month, members voted 83% in favor of a strike. The two sides returned to the bargaining table this week. NAIT says reaching an agreement provides stability for the school community. The province says it is focused on recruiting doctors and healthcare professionals after an Angus Reid survey revealed 45% of Albertans either do not have a family doctor or have trouble accessing theirs. 14% of Albertans say they do not have a family doctor, and 31% say they can't easily access the one they do have. An Edmonton woman says she's been without a regular family doctor for years, and it could prevent her from demonstrating her disability. She's on AISH, and while she does have a family doctor right now, finding one for the long term has been difficult because of physicians retiring, moving, or because she wasn't getting the care she needs.
How long does it take to get in for an urgent appointment? How long does it take to make a standard appointment? I'd like to be able to see my doctor within a week of calling if I have an acute thing in July when they kick us off to ADAP.
The province says even with some doctors leaving the system, Alberta added more than 1,300 last year, nearly 800 more than in 2024. Anyone without a regular family physician can visit albertafindadoctor.ca. The Canadian Red Cross is hoping more people will use a no-tech method to help keep health information close. These medical tags come from a Canadian company, and they include information that could help first responders in the event of an emergency. The Edmonton Motorcycle Road Racing Association has mandated the use of these tags for more than a decade. They can be used on a variety of sports helmets, hard hats, car seats, and mobility aids, and they can also be attached to personal items using a key ring.
It could be allergies, your next of kin information, if you have a pet at home in case you're in an accident and somebody needs to let your pet out or grab your pet. All that information can be stored in here.
The more we start to see people adopt this, the more we actually start to see the emergency service use it, and that's the hope, is that we start to see a little bit more widely spread.
The tags are available on the Red Cross website or through Amazon. All proceeds go back to the Red Cross. The truck driver who caused the Humboldt Broncos bus crash has lost a refugee bid. The Canada Border Services Agency is now under a legal obligation to remove Jaskirat Singh Sidhu from Canada. His lawyer plans to ask for a deferral. The board is still considering a previous application to restore Sidhu's permanent resident status on humanitarian grounds. He has a child with complex medical issues. 16 people died in the crash. 13 were injured when Sidhu went through a stop sign into the path of the Broncos team bus in 2018. He was driving for a Calgary trucking company. The unseasonably warm weather is making streets sloppy, and it's a concern for events like the Silver Skate Festival, now underway in the city. Snow sculptures that were carved early have lost a little definition in the sun so far, and festival organizers are doing their best to prevent melting. The large snow blocks for the 20th Annual Snow Sculpture Symposium were set up in the shade, covered with tarps. The skating oval in Laurier Park closed yesterday with hope of reopening. The festival's producer says her team has been making snow to supplement the natural stuff.
We're trucking water trucks in here every half an hour just so that for 36 hours, so we can make this beautiful mound of snow.
Silver Skate also features interpretive storytelling along a folk trail, an Indigenous heritage village, and a large movie screen made from snow that will be showing the Olympics between winter cinema programming. The 10-day festival begins today. And we've been asking people on the text line, Corey, at 10400, do you like the warm temperatures in February? Do you dislike it? Have your say at 10400, but whether you like it or not, it's sticking around.
That's right. Well, throughout the 5 and 10-day forecast. Right now, here's a look at Laurier Park, where the Silver Skate is being held. Yeah, it's going to be tricky down there, trying to get the conditions right, and the warm weather is not going to help at all. Even the overnight lows have been quite mild, so not great as far as a winter festival is concerned, but they'll do their best for sure. This is a view from our CTV drone powered by Century Casino. 3 great locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Right now, taking a look at our almanac for today, our high is 8, average seasonal high -5. As we go throughout the day today, we will see a little bit of cloud, but the sun is going to dominate. We just have a little bit of cloud right now, and we are sitting at 2 degrees here in the city. At the airport, 0. So gaining a couple degrees over the last hour. 8 for a high, just a little bit of cloud, wind light, a pretty nice Friday. Tomorrow, -3 to start, 6 for a high, a little bit more cloud for tomorrow. And then as we go throughout the overnight period into Sunday morning, there's a slight chance we could see some scattered showers. And then 5 for Sunday, mainly sunny as we go throughout the afternoon. So pretty warm over the next 3 days. Again, average seasonal high is -5. Our overnight lows don't even get to -5, at least for the next 3 days. Into the extended forecast, they finally do. We start to see our overnight lows dip a little bit more, but we still remain on the warm side. It's once we get into the end of the 10-day forecast where we see a return to more seasonal temperatures. I'll have those details, your 5 and 10-day forecast still to come. The Mighty Millions Lottery Power Play and 75K VIP prize deadline is midnight tonight. Win Lower Bowl Oilers season seats plus $75,000 cash. Get your tickets now at mightymillionslottery.com. Kent.
All right, thank you, Corey. Well, you'll be able to grab a drink at your local bar in the morning while watching the medal rounds at the Olympic Games. The Alberta Gaming, Liquor and Cannabis Commission says so far it's received notifications from 91 bars and restaurants that they want to extend their serving hours, 53 of them from the Edmonton area. The AGLC says bars and restaurants can apply up to 3 days before an event to extend liquor service hours. And the latest attempt at the world's longest hockey game is now underway in Sherwood Park. Dozens of players making up teams that will play continuously for 261 hours. That's 11 days. Organizers say they're prepared for the warm weather, ensuring the ice is thick enough to handle some melt. They're raising money for the Alberta Cancer Foundation. Brent Sake started the record-breaking game more than 20 years ago after losing his father to cancer. This year, the money raised will go to the CAR T-cell therapy, a type of immunotherapy that fights blood cancers.
It's been very expensive to do that treatment, about $500,000 a patient here. So unfortunately, not everybody gets the treatment. When this is done, which I know it'll happen when this is done, there's a lab waiting at the Cross. The equipment's waiting to go. Everything's ready to go. And by August 26th, patients will be treated at the Cross.
The game will last until Monday the 16th, and the forecast is not in their favor. We are asking you on the text line, what do you think of this warmer weather in early February? People are mixed. One texter saying, I love this weather, but it always makes me worry that we will end up with a dry summer and a lot of wildfires. I'm hoping we get a lot of rain this spring to make up for the lack of snow and moisture. Another saying, no, I do not like this weather. I prefer -15 to 20, where there's no freezing rain, no ice, and just regular winter with snow and winter activities. In the big picture, I don't think this will be good for our environment and growing season. And another texter saying, we like this weather. It breaks up the long winter. I enjoy every day. So if you have something to say, let us know at 10400. Looking at traffic now at 7-Eleven. We do have one crash to tell you about, westbound 23rd Avenue East of Rabbit Hill Road. So that's a busy section of the city for a lot of Southwest commuters. So we'll monitor that and the impact on traffic. Otherwise, throughout the city, a lot of green out there, which is good news, hoping for a smooth commute as we start our journey toward the weekend. Well, still ahead, speaking of the weekend, a rematch more than a decade in the making. TSN football insider Dave Naylor joining us with a preview of the Super Bowl. Plus, the Winter Olympics opening ceremonies are very near. Competition already underway. We look at how Canada's doing so far. And later this hour, he made a name for himself globally for praising slow. Now he's talking about the good things about getting older. Global bestseller Carl Honore joins us in 30 minutes. So stay with us.
Here's a look at your Edmonton gas prices, falling just below $1.20, now at $1.18 per liter. Highest gas price is $1.20.9. The lowest gas price is at the Esso on 156th Street, 111th Ave, $1.06.9.
Wake up with Your Morning Edmonton. Brought to you by CIR Realty. Making real estate easy in Edmonton, Red Deer, and Central Alberta.
Ottawa's new EV strategy scraps a mandate to require 60% of new cars to be electric by 2030 and brings back incentives for customers. CTV National News reporter Jeremy Sharon is covering this for us this morning. So, Jeremy, these changes take effect in just over a week. What do people need to know?
Yeah, look, February 16th is when this will take effect. And really, this is the Carney government doing away with the Trudeau-era policies when it comes to EVs and taking a different approach. You just talked about rebates and incentives, if you will, for the consumers. That means that after February 16th, there will be up to a $5,000 rebate that will be available to Canadians purchasing a fully electric vehicle, and up to $2,500 for a vehicle that is considered a plug-in hybrid. Now, those mandates will only be available to vehicles that are manufactured in a country that Canada already has a free trade agreement with. So really, we're talking about American-made or Canadian-made EVs. These incentives and these rebates will not apply to, the new Chinese EVs that will be allowed into our market under a new deal signed between Canada and China. Nonetheless, this will provide Canadians and consumers with access to a rebate that had existed in the past, but that is basically being reintroduced. And doing away with the mandates that you touched on. So, as it was under the Trudeau-era policies, 2035 was the target for manufacturers and companies that are putting out these vehicles to sell at least 60% of their vehicles being EV. That was the mandate. That is being scrapped, and now the Carney government is moving ahead with kind of softer targets, if you will. So for model years 2027 to 2032 is when we'll see kind of these new emission standards be introduced by the Carney government, and the target is now by 2035 to have roughly 75% of vehicle sales be EVs and 90% by 2040. It was 100% by 2040 under the Trudeau government, and now we're talking about kind of targets rather than hard caps and mandates on the manufacturers.
It seems like the United States already does not like this strategy. What can you tell us there?
Yeah, I think, specifically the aspect that the United States doesn't like is the deal that Canada has signed with Chinese auto manufacturers and the Chinese EVs that will have access to our market. Now, of course, it all kind of goes together here. We're talking about new incentives for Canadian and American-made, EVs, but the U.S. administration has been very clear. What they are not a fan of is this deal that Canada has signed with China. Look, the 100% tariffs that were imposed on Chinese EVs prior to this new deal that was signed were done, side by side with the American administration in terms of looking after the North American auto sector and not allowing these Chinese EVs in. Canada has changed its approach, and what we've seen is that tariff rate reduced to 6% for 49,000 EVs, Chinese EVs that will be allowed into our market, that will be made available to Canadians, many of which will be at a low cost, eventually under 35% for a large, or 35% $75,000 for a large chunk of those vehicles that are being brought in. But, Washington is not a fan of that approach. There has been, clear remarks already. Treasury Board Secretary Scott Bessent making it clear that they have concerns that those Chinese vehicles could eventually make their way into the American market, and they're not happy about that. So certainly there is some tension between Canada and the U.S. when it comes to the auto sector that already existed, of course, due to tariff policies. But now, specifically when it comes to Canada's approach with doing some business, at least, with the Chinese auto sector.
Okay. Jeremy, thank you.
Anytime.
Well, high-stakes nuclear talks are underway this morning between the United States and Iran on the backdrop of a looming confrontation between the two nations. The talks have so far been conducted indirectly through Oman's foreign minister. The focus is Iran's nuclear program. The United States repeatedly accusing Iran over the years of trying to build a nuclear weapon, something Tehran has denied. Prior to the talks, the U.S. continued to build up military in the Middle East, adding to the growing fears of potential conflict in the region. Canada's Foreign Affairs Minister and Governor General will be in Greenland's capital this morning, officially opening a Canadian consulate there, a sign of support as U.S. President Donald Trump continues his threat to take over the territory.
All the current events involving Donald Trump have been very insulting to all Inuit everywhere. I think they've insulted me.
The plane filled with dozens of Inuit from Canada also arrived in Inuk yesterday. The group will attend a opening ceremony to show solidarity with Greenlanders. Inuit in Canada say they personally understand the American threats against Greenland because of the shared history of colonization and Trump's own comments about Canada becoming the 51st state. Greenland is a mineral-rich island, 80% of which lies above the Arctic Circle. Well, Team Canada gearing up for the opening ceremonies at the Milano Cortina Games. Torch relay approaching its final leg before the ceremony across different sites of northern Italy today. Team Canada will be led by flag bearers Michael Kingsbury and Marielle Thompson. Competition, though, is already underway. Figure skating started this morning in the team event. Ice dancers Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier got things started with Team Canada in the rhythm dance. Canada in fourth place right now. Mixed curling, Jocelyn Peterman and Brett Gallant lost to the United States this morning. They play the UK tomorrow. Now, Mark McMorris decided not to compete in the Big Air qualifier in snowboarding yesterday after he was injured during a training run. The three-time bronze medalist saying in a statement, "Fortunately, things are looking good for slopestyle, so I'm staying positive and shifting my focus there." Well, Vancouver could have its first snow-free winter in 43 years. As we get through the first week of February, no flakes have been measured at the airport weather station. An Environment Canada meteorologist says there is still time left in winter for the snow, but there is none in the immediate forecast. And ahead of Super Bowl Sunday, the Toronto Zoo's great horned owl, Butters, has made a prediction. Well, there you go. Butters picked the Patriots to beat the Seahawks on Sunday. Seems pretty confident, as owls often are. And now remember, if you haven't made your pick, you could rely on this because owls are known to be quite wise.
Well, that story is just a hoot.
Oh, you didn't have to.
Didn't have to, but I did. Here's your River Valley Skycam, brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free, sitting at 1. A pretty quiet start. We have lost a degree over the last hour, but pretty mild still once again. We're one of the warmer temperatures in the province as we start off on this Friday morning. -3 Slave Lake, Fort McMurray, -12. Still feeling the colder air in the north, but that's more seasonal. That's actually not too bad. Those areas seeing some snow and flurries. That extends on into Saskatchewan. A little bit more cloud for Grand Prairie, High Prairie, as well as Peace River. For us, we've just got a little bit of cloud coming into the picture. The cloud is going to be like this, fairly sparse. We will see mostly clear skies as we go throughout the day today, so lots of sun. But the further north and northeast you go, the more cloud that will be in the sky. But for us, we're right on the edge of it. We'll see some sunnier conditions as we go throughout the day today. Temperature for us, a high of 8. Record is 12, so a bit behind that. We won't reach it, but still fairly warm. Average seasonal high is -5. I'll take a look at your 5-day forecast next time we chat weather, Kent.
All right, thank you, Corey. Well, federal workers are pushing back against an order to return to the office for 4 days a week.
I just find this just insulting and disrespectful to be doing this to public servants after everything we've gone through the past few months.
Tens of thousands of public servants also recently received notices of possible layoffs. Workers will need to be on site 4 days a week by July 6th under this expanded return to office mandate. Previously, it was 3 days a week. Now, executives will be in office 5 days a week. The Federal Workers Union says it does not think the order will raise productivity, also worried about a lack of office space. One of Team Canada's Olympic goaltenders is bringing a piece of Alberta with him to Milano Cortina. CTV's Glenn Campbell explains.
Logan Thompson grew up playing in the Blackfoot Minor Hockey Association. His story is one of never giving up. Despite a solid junior career with the Brandon Wheat Kings, Thompson was never drafted into the NHL. The 28-year-old, though, never gave up on his dream of being an NHL goaltender, despite having all the odds stacked against him.
You always, I think, need to have a little bit of that FU personality to if you want to keep climbing the ranks. But for now, I'm here. My biggest mindset's just want to stay in the league and be a top goalie and just help my team win every game.
Thompson's done plenty of winning with the Washington Capitals. In his 2 seasons as a starter for the Caps, he's 47-27-10. He's one of the top goaltenders in the league, and Hockey Canada has noticed. Thompson's going to Italy to represent Canada at the Winter Olympics.
Getting that call was a dream come true. Like I said, really, really thankful for the opportunity and just excited to get over there.
Thompson will wear this mask at the Olympics, painted by local artist Dave Freed. He wanted to make sure it represented where he comes from.
What he asked for was he wanted a Calgary/Alberta vibe for his mask. So, still wants a very Canadian kind of leaf on there, but the background stuff, he definitely wanted the Calgary Tower in there. And I kind of asked him if he would want to do that kind of that pond hockey scene in front and then the city and the mountains in the back.
The mask also comes with a grizzly bear in the mountains and a moose on the backplate. And that's not the only Olympic mask Freed has painted. He's also done one up for Darcy Kemper on the men's team and for Emerence Mashmeyer and Kaylee Osborne on the women's team.
I got fortunate enough to get a big kind of swath of the Team Canada goalies this year, which is a huge honor and also a huge responsibility because I want to make sure these are representing our country and the goalies themselves.
Glenn Campbell, CTV Sports, Calgary.
1,800 Edmontonians are part of a national push-up challenge. Each person has to complete 2,000 push-ups over 3 weeks. That number is to honor the roughly 2,000 people that die by suicide globally every day. Money raised is going to the Canadian Mental Health Association. The organization says the challenge is meant to put the struggles of mental health into perspective.
So for me, just thinking about getting down there and doing some push-ups is kind of reminds me of what many people have to deal with every day. And if they can kind of push towards their own wellness and recovery, I can do a few push-ups.
Edmontonians raised close to $100,000 last year. The push-up challenge ends February 27th. Well, still ahead, we now know when Hawrelak Park is going to reopen. We'll give you a look at when you can visit and all the new features coming up. Plus, this warmth not going anywhere, where you can hit the links this weekend, if you can believe it. Favorite stories are on the way. You beautiful city. It's 7:30 on the nose. You're on time. You're in the right place. Hopefully you're off to a great start to your day. Another warm one on the way as we get your messages on the text line. Whether you like the warm temperatures or not seems pretty divided at this point, Corey.
Yeah, a lot of people, though, thinking this might be a little bit too warm and that we would like to see a little bit more of a return to winter. But we're going to have to wait at least 10 days for that before we get to more seasonal conditions. I will have those details. We'll take a look at your 5-day forecast, though, first coming up in about 6 minutes. Ken.
All right, thank you, Corey. The Canadian Bar Association says a proposal for appointing judges by Alberta's premier would compromise judicial independence. In a letter to the Prime Minister, Danielle Smith demanded more input on the selection of federal judges. She wrote the provincial government could hold back money. The Canadian Bar Association speaks for 40,000 lawyers, judges, and legal professionals. In a letter to Smith, it says the proposal would compromise the appointment process and says Smith's suggestion that courts do not reflect the values and expectations of Albertans underscores the political nature of her proposal. Federal Justice Minister Sean Fraser says he plans to maintain the current selection process. Well, teachers across Alberta are taking time away from classrooms to learn for themselves. 9 two-day teachers this is the first of 9 two-day teachers conventions now underway in Edmonton. The rest will be held across the province for the next 2 months. The conventions are for professional development, giving a chance for teachers to connect. This follows a tumultuous start to the school year. Back in October, tens of thousands of teachers walked off the job and then were ordered back to work by the Alberta government.
Huge impact. Average classroom teacher has definitely felt the highs and lows of what's been going on, whether it's curriculum, lack of resources, the strike for sure. So this midpoint sort of like chance to reset, I think, is really important for teachers.
The conventions are paid through the teachers' union fees. Well, Horlack Park will open March 13th, 3 years to the day after it closed for renovations. The city says most of the park will be accessible at that time, including a new playground, lakefront promenade, modernized pavilion, and updated washrooms. The new perimeter path and multi-use trails are fully paved. People can walk, bike, or snowshoe around the park. The city says cross-country skiing and skating will be available next season. It says there will be some active construction areas as it finishes work and landscaping. Prior to the renovations, most of the infrastructure was original from 1967. The grand reopening celebration is scheduled for May 30th.
Russell Wilson extends the hands he has. Wilson, quick throw. And it's intercepted! Intercepted!
11 years since one of the most dramatic endings to a Super Bowl, the Seattle Seahawks have a shot at redemption against the New England Patriots, who are returning to football's biggest game in a bit of a new role, without Tom Brady, without Bill Belichick, as the underdogs. It all goes down in Santa Clarita, California on Sunday, where we find TSN insider Dave Naylor this morning. So, Dave, let's start with the Pats. It's kind of a surprise appearance for many in the Super Bowl. What do they bring to the table? What do they need to do to win this game?
Oh, it's absolutely a surprise appearance. Maybe not, over the course of the last month, but when you go back to the start of the season, I mean, New England won 8 games in 2 years. They've won 17 to this point. And they have a new coach in Mike Vrabel, and they had a good young quarterback in Drake May to build around, but I don't think people saw them arriving at the Super Bowl this quickly. They spent a ton of money in free agency, gave it more guaranteed dollars than anybody else. So there was definitely an effort to jumpstart the roster. And the Patriots have been an interesting thing. You say, what do they have to do to win on Sunday? New England has scored 54 points in the playoffs getting here. That's the lowest total ever for a Super Bowl participant. So their offense is clicking at under 20 points a game. That's probably not going to get it done against the Seattle Seahawks. And a lot has been made of New England's schedule. They played the softest schedule since of this century. During the regular season. Then they played 3 consecutive playoff opponents that were all missing key pieces on offense. So I think the big thing that New England has to do is they've got to be able to step up in class. I mean, this is the #1 scoring defense in the NFL that they're facing in Seattle, the highest scoring team in the playoffs. I believe they were 3rd or 4th during the regular season. So this is a different kind of test for New England. Some people think they're going to be exposed. Sometimes people think they're going to be validated. But that is the question going into Sunday.
So on the Seahawks side of the ball, do they just want to make sure they don't fumble this away?
Well, I think, that certainly negative plays, avoiding negative plays is something that can really upset a very good team. And I say Seattle is a very good team. They're balanced on both in terms of running the football and throwing it. And Jackson Smith and Jigma, they have maybe the best young star in the game. He's a guy who had a ton of production over the course of the season and is probably the number one thing that New England has to shut down. But, I say negative plays can really change a football game. And that's maybe where what you're referring to. If Seattle just has to not lose this game, because sometimes football games are lost more than they are won. And you look at a team like New England, one of the things their defense has really done well during this postseason is create those negative plays. They've forced 8 turnovers. They've registered 12 sacks, averaging 4 a game. So I do think that's a big part of the formula for Seattle, is just avoiding the negative plays that the Patriots have been able to generate in their other games in the playoffs to getting to this point.
Well, it's one of the pinnacles of sport across the world. It's all coming up on Sunday. Dave, enjoy the game. Thank you for the preview.
My pleasure.
The Super Bowl is Sunday right here on CTV. Kickoff is 4 o'clock. You can also watch on TSN, streaming on Crave.
And right now you are flying high with the CTV drone, and this is Fox Drive. The CTV drone is brought to you by Century Casinos. 3 great locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Looks like traffic isn't too bad there. We've got a few collisions to talk about in a short bit. First, your forecast. Temperature-wise, a little bit cooler this morning, but still on the warm side. -1 Stony Plain, -2 Elk Island, 0 at the airport, as well as Nemeo, and 1 at the Blatchford Station. Winds light to calm in the area. Temperatures within the city ranging from -1 in Rio Terrace to 2 in Beverly. As we take a look at your forecast for today, 8 is our high. A little bit more sun than cloud as we go throughout the day, and wind remaining on the light side. For tomorrow, -3 to start, 6 for a high. A little bit more cloud as we go throughout Saturday, and then Saturday overnight into Sunday morning, there's a chance that we could see some showers. A pretty slight chance at about a 30%, but that is there. And then for Sunday, we will see some clearing, 5 for a high. Pair of 2s for Monday and Tuesday, mainly sunny, and we continue to be on the warm side as we go throughout the rest of next week. It's once we get into the following weekend where we see a return to more seasonal temperatures, but nothing too far below. And that's going to take us right up to mid-February. And I will have those details, your 10-day forecast, coming up in 15 minutes. It is time to share the submissions we received for Who's the Goodest? This is a contest on our website showing off some of the best pets this city has to offer. What a beautiful dog here. There are a lot, starting with Denari. She is 10.5 years old and just the sweetest. She is beautiful.
Oh, absolutely. How about Letty and Togo? 2 rescue dogs who have now become best friends. You can see that very clearly.
Totally. This is Kane. He's the smartest, knows tricks, and loves to dress up. He looks like he could be a bit mischievous, too.
Absolutely. Now, Ollie is 5 years old, rambunctious, but can be a snuggle bug as well. Can't not mention that mustache, though.
Yeah, quite the markings. Are very, very cute. And a tribute to Rowan, who passed in December.
Oh.
She was a best friend and the life of the party everywhere she went. Oh, she was beautiful, too.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody who's submitted the goodest pets so far. Be sure to tell us a bit about them in the description.
Enter your pet for Who's the Goodest at ctvedmonton.ca under Your Morning. You could win a $50 gift card to Kibbles and Biscuits.
All right, let's take a look at your drive here as we approach 20 minutes to 8 o'clock. 2 collisions to tell you about, possibly 2 collisions in the same spot, Mark Messier Trail North at 137. We're sorting that out, but there is a problem there. Westbound 23rd Avenue, east of Rabbit Hill Road, there's a crash as well. A little slow on the White Mud and Fox Drive, Yellowhead as well, but for the most part, good start to rush hour here in Edmonton this morning. Well, lower bowl season seats for the Oilers next year up for grabs. The Mighty Millions lottery is underway. Kim is getting the details on the VIP prize from the show home this morning. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Yeah, this is a stunning grand prize show home worth $2.5 million. And I have a special party guest here with us. We didn't have to wake him up because it's already close to 8 o'clock. Josh, look at him. He looks all good.
All of a sudden, I did sleep in. All of a sudden, there's all this noise down here. People
These lights in your
coffee.
face.
It's fantastic.
Hey, you spent the night here.
I did.
And were you able to enjoy everything about this house? What did you do last night? What is the night of Josh Clausen, CTV meteorologist, look like?
Well, you know what? If people actually want to know what we did, they could go to CTV Yeg Buzz on all the social media. There's a whole bunch of videos that Luke, who works in our promotions department, and I shot and posted up there. We just kind of hung out and had fun, and then it took me about, I'm a little tired this morning because I'm not as techie as I should be, and it took me about 3 hours to find all of the fancy light switches.
That's right. This place is massive.
The lights on. It is. I would like to say I spent some time in the gym as well, but I'd be lying if I said that.
I believe it. I believe it 100%. Although, I want everybody to see, he only spent one night here, okay? Hold on a second. He only spent one night. Look at this giant suitcase that he brought, this giant luggage that you're going somewhere afterwards, right?
The best part is that I have this giant suitcase, and the best outfit I could find for you this morning is a white t-shirt. And I haven't even done my hair yet.
This is so light. Josh, thank you very much. Right. We're going to have another party goer here. This is Brianne, everybody, wearing an Oilers jersey, sporting the Oilers jersey. But there's a reason for it. Why are we doing this, Brianne?
Yeah, because today is our VIP deadline, and that prize is our power play and $75K. So lower bowl season tickets to the Oilers, which I would obviously love to win, and I'm sure many would, yes. And $75,000 to spend on anything you wish. So an incredible prize pack.
For sure. Groceries are expensive these days. Just living life in general is expensive. $75,000 cash. We don't hate it. And of course, what do you think about this house?
Oh, stunning. Absolutely incredible. The sun's just coming up, looking out at those big windows onto the river. I can't wait for the afternoon and what it'll bring.
That's right. It's backing onto the ravine. So a reminder that the power play and $75K VIP prize deadline is tonight at midnight. So you can get your tickets at MightyMillionsLottery.com. Again, this is your chance to win lower bowl season tickets to the Oilers next season, plus $75,000 cash. Again, tickets at MightyMillionsLottery.com. But that's not it. That's not it, folks. We're giving you a chance to win $1,000 cash as well. All you have to do is text the word Mighty to 10400. Good luck, everybody.
Ooh, good luck indeed. Thank you, Kim. Well, coming up, the upside to aging, author Carl Honore is joining us to discuss how to get the most of getting older. Also ahead, researchers getting a new perspective thanks to some Grizzlies equipped with cameras. Didn't go great, but it was still fun. Our favorite stories of the week on the way. And later, Milli Vanilli's Fab Morvan joining us in studio, looking back at his life, his legacy, outlined in a new Grammy-nominated book. That is going to be quite the conversation. It's on the way, so stay with us.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Well, you may have heard of the slow movement to push back on our increasingly quick culture. You may not know it was Edmonton author Carl Honore who popularized that with a best-selling book, In Praise of Slow. Now he's focusing on something that affects all of us, which is aging. And he joins us this morning for this conversation. This is a great conversation to have for everybody, but as we slow down and have it, Carl, you talk about ageism being the last acceptable discrimination. Can you expand on that for us?
Yeah, well, ageism is discrimination based on age, right? And it affects all of us, young and old. But at its core, it's tied up with a cult of youth with the idea that aging sucks, right? That aging is a downward spiral. And we're living better for longer than ever before now, but we're still carrying around this huge bad feeling about the whole idea of growing older. The idea of aging just elicits all the bad feelings like guilt, shame, disgust, denial, right? You know?
Yeah, you're over the hill. There's nothing left after 40 or 50, but that's not true. So how do you make the most of a longer life now?
Well, first of all, you change the chip, right? You got to approach life with an open heart and optimism and understand that it's not a downward spiral. That sure, as we grow older, there are things that are going to happen that we won't love, but many things will stay the same. And a lot of stuff, surprisingly, will get better, right? You know, there's this thing called the U-shaped happiness curve where we tend to feel happier in later life. Productivity goes up. Creativity can supercharge as we get older. We're just more at ease in our own skin, right? You're just happier with who you are in the world. You bring more to the table. So you bring that spirit of believing aging can be a good thing, and it will. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? If you think aging is going to be bad, it will be.
But if you don't, you can take a lot of juice out of life later on. A lot of the popular ideas about aging, you break down, you're not as mentally sharp. Scientifically speaking, that's just wrong, right?
Yeah, there are so many things that we get better at, cognitively particularly. You know, we get better at weighing multiple viewpoints, spotting patterns that allow us to unlock solutions to difficult problems. We get better socially. We get better at reading body language, working in teams, collaboration. There's just so much stuff that we get better at along the way. Vocabulary expands, general knowledge, all this good stuff. And yet, the culture is constantly telling us, you're less with every birthday after a certain point. You're not, right? If you actually embrace aging, there is so much out there for us. There's this demographic bounty stretching out in front of us. If only we'd open our eyes, take off the ages goggles, and jump in with
you're driving
with
the
a
car,
smile
right?
on our
You're
face.
driving the car.
Yeah.
Now, you're behind the slow movement, which has been present for many years now. A lot of people resonate with that, but the culture keeps getting quicker and quicker. How do you square that? Does that frustrate you that people seem to want to slow down, but they can't?
It doesn't surprise me because we have a natural inclination to go fast. The whole culture is pushing us in that direction. But I actually feel more optimistic now about the slow movement. I feel now we've hit a turning point, especially with AI, supercharging and accelerating everything. People everywhere are realizing that human beings are slow, that all the good stuff comes when we put on the brakes, we're present, we're in the moment, we slow down. So we think better, we raise our children better, we work better, we make love better. Everything we do better when we find that slower groove. And the slow movement, delicious irony, has grown very fast recently, right? Because I think there is this reaction against the tyranny of speed, the virus of hurry that's infected every corner of our lives and is forcing us to race through life instead of living it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking some time to be present with us. Slow us down a little bit. Carl, we appreciate your time this morning. Now, Carl is the author of several books, including the international bestseller, In Praise of Slow. You can find out more by visiting carlhonore.com. And still ahead, first-hand look at the bare necessities, our favorite stories of the week, including this camera gone wrong up north. Stay with us. We're going to take some time to slow down and enjoy our favorite stories from this week. This one seems like it was a good idea on paper for scientists in Alaska. 12 grizzly bears outfitted with video cameras on their collars so they can see some of the most remote parts of their world. Unfortunately, you can't see much because the grizzlies themselves are in the way. The researchers say despite the odd framing, the video that they've been capturing will be valuable to them. So I trust them in that assessment, but I just thought this was very funny. How this all turned out.
And I feel like it'd be a good preview of what it would look like if we had a camera tied around your neck.
That's right. Yeah,
with your
if that one went this way, you wouldn't see much.
Yeah. My best of the week is the weather. It has been well above seasonal throughout the week. A nice break from the cold that we had prior. It's allowing golfers throughout the city and the province to get out and practice their swings. Canada Golf Card driving range on Ellerslie Road here in Edmonton was open Wednesday, and they expect to be open through Sunday, probably into next week at least as well. In Calgary, the front nine is open at Fox Hollow, with staff hopeful all 18 holes will open within the next few days. They've had a few Chinooks go through southern Alberta in those areas, just eating up the snow, and it is dry down there.
Yeah. So we've been asking people on the text line, do you like this in February? People seem mixed. Tall Paul texted a long one in. He calls the weather bad, saying, I spent time with an arborist yesterday at work, and he's showing me how the buds in the trees are starting to soften and swell. I hate the ice that brings making walking outside, working outside treacherous, not to mention the damage to the infrastructure.
And June says, absolutely love the warmer weather. Who doesn't? Tall Paul.
Tall Paul doesn't.
Sunshine makes me happy. It makes the winter more tolerable. And a lot of people have been saying that. It really breaks up the cold, makes it feel a little bit better. So
yeah, but there are people worried about the moisture levels, of course.
Yeah.
You know, wildfire season and all that sort of thing could be coming earlier. So, Texas at 10-400. Do you like this weather at this point in February? And coming up after 8 o'clock, one of the members of Milli Vanilli making a comeback at the Grammys.
Girl, you know it's true.
Fab Morvan will be here in studio talking about the scandals and successes and his new Grammy-nominated audiobook. So stay with us.
School Day Forecast is brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equal a strong Alberta.
Here is the view from our CTV drone of the university area. In the background, you have downtown. A little bit of pink in the sky, just a little bit of cloud as we start off. Get out those sunglasses if you head out a little bit later in the morning. It is going to be nice and bright. And we are going to be needing those into the afternoon. Just a little bit of cloud today, but the sun is going to dominate. We are sitting at 1. That's the warmest temperature in the province as we look at these temperatures. Cold Lake -5, Slave Lake -3. These temperatures are closer to average seasonal highs than they are for lows. So we're doing quite well. We're fairly warm. Temperature-wise, we remain warm as we go throughout today and throughout the 10-day forecast, which we'll take a look at shortly. Here's your school day forecast brought to you by the Alberta Teachers Association. Strong schools equals a strong Alberta. About 2 for the kids heading out, 6 at lunch, 8 when they head home. And again, more sun than cloud as we go throughout the day today. Tomorrow, -3 to start, 6 for a high. Saturday overnight through Sunday morning, a slight chance of some scattered showers, about a 30% chance, and then 5 on Sunday. Pair of 2s for Monday and Tuesday, so our temperature does slide, but it's still above average seasonal high, which is -5. And we see it climb a little bit for Thursday and Friday, 4 and 3, and then more seasonal as we go throughout the following weekend, once we get into the halfway mark of February.
Milestones, brought to you by Coolman's Flower Shop. Colorful, fresh designs for any occasion.
Wishing Ivy a happy 6th birthday with love from Gigi, Mom, Grayson, Aunt Candace, Uncle Dan, Penny, and Aunt Dee.
Joanna's turning 10. Happy birthday, love from Mom, Maybe, Cynthia, Spirit, Rosie, and Tuxedo.
And a happy 15th birthday goes out to Huddy Buddy from Mom and Dad. Get your learners.
Submit your milestone at ctvedmonton.ca under Your Morning. You could win a $100 gift card to Coolman's Greenhouse, which we draw for every week.
Here's your morning mystery gumshoes. In 1989, it featured a 1950s theme. There was an Elvis impersonator, 3D effects for the broadcast audience, and a magic trick. A little different in 1996, Diana Ross departing her performance, picked up from the stage by a helicopter. And in 2023, Rihanna revealed her second pregnancy during her performance. It is the Super Bowl halftime show, which is coming up on Sunday here on CTV. News you need to start your Friday begins right now here on February 6th.
And that's when I realized, oh my God, what did I do? It's just like you instantly know it's a scam.
An Edmonton woman with a warning to others after handing over thousands in cash to phone scammers who came right to her door.
We're trucking water trucks in here every half an hour.
Soaring temperatures causing problems for several winter events that start in our city today. And after years of construction and redevelopment, we now know when Horlock Park is going to open and what will be available. Your morning starts right now. Just after 8 o'clock, welcome to your Friday morning, Edmonton. A woman here says she's out thousands of dollars after falling for a so-called grandparent scam. Jody, who CTV has agreed not to identify for safety reasons, says she's embarrassed but wants to warn others. She says she got a phone call from someone who sounded like her adult grandson last week. He said he needed bail money. Then someone who identified themselves as a lawyer got on the line saying he could send a courier to collect the money.
We have a bond guy coming right to your door and gave the money and off he went. And that's when I realized, oh my God, what did I do? It's just like he instantly knows it's a scam and he knew there's nothing you can do about it, you know. But then the next morning they phoned again and I said, oh, I'll go to the bank again. I went right to the police station.
Edmonton police say last year 26 people reported being victims of the grandparent scam. They say that is any scam where a fraudster impersonates a grandchild or close relative, saying that they're in some sort of trouble and need money. A team of investigators from the Transportation Safety Board is trying to figure out what caused a train derailment west of Edmonton. The Canadian National Railway says 37 loaded cars went off the tracks near the hamlet of Wildwood. CN did not confirm what the cars were carrying at the time. CN crews and first responders got to the site around 5:30 last night. There are no reports of any injuries, and CN says there are no leaks of dangerous goods. And new from this morning, Statistics Canada says that employment was down across the country, but in Alberta, we gained jobs. Canada losing 25,000 jobs in January. Fewer people were looking for work, however, so the unemployment rate actually fell to 6.5%. Employment in Alberta is up, with our province gaining 20,000 jobs. Alberta's unemployment rate now just under the national average. NAIT has reached a tentative agreement with academic staff. The NAIT Academic Staff Association, or NASA, says the deal follows a long and challenging process. The union says detailed information will be sent out to members within the next couple of days. Ratification voting is scheduled for next week. Last month, members voted 83% in favor of a strike, the two sides returning to the bargaining table this week. NAIT says the agreement provides stability for the school community. The province says it's focused on recruiting doctors and healthcare professionals after an Angus Reid survey revealed 45% of Albertans either do not have a family doctor or have trouble accessing one. 14% of Albertans do not have a family doctor, and 31% say they can't easily access the one they do have. This Edmonton woman says she's been without a regular family doctor for years, and it could prevent her from demonstrating her disability. She's on AISH. And while she does have a family doctor, finding one for the long term has been difficult because of physicians retiring, moving, or because she couldn't get the care she needs.
How long does it take to get in for an urgent appointment? How long does it take to make a standard appointment? I'd like to be able to see my doctor within a week of calling if I have an acute thing in July when they kick us off to ADAPT.
The province says even with some doctors leaving the system, Alberta added more than 1,300 last year, which is 800 more than the year before. Anyone without a regular family physician can visit albertafindadoctor.ca. The truck driver who caused the Humboldt Broncos bus crash has lost the refugee bid. The Canada Border Services Agency is now under a legal obligation to remove Jaskirat Singh Sidhu from Canada. His lawyer plans to ask for a deferral. The board is still considering a previous application to restore Sidhu's permanent resident status on humanitarian grounds. He has a child with complex medical issues. 16 people died and 13 others were injured when Sidhu went through a stop sign into the path of the Broncos bus in 2018. He was driving for a Calgary trucking company at the time. The unseasonably warm weather is making streets and sidewalks rather sloppy, and it's a concern for some events like the Silver Skate Festival that is underway in our city today. Snow sculptures that were carved early have lost definition in the sunshine, and festival organizers are doing their best to prevent melting. The large snow blocks for the 20th annual Snow Sculptor Symposium were set up in the shade, covered with tarps. The skating oval in Laurier Park closed yesterday, hoping to reopen soon. The festival's producer says her team has been making snow to try to supplement the natural stuff.
We're trucking water trucks in here every half an hour just so that for 36 hours, so we can make this beautiful mound of snow.
Silver Skate also features interpretive storytelling along a folk trail and Indigenous heritage village. There's a large movie screen made of snow that will be showing Olympic events between winter cinema programming. The 10-day festival begins today, and that 10-day forecast does not look friendly for the winter events, Corey.
No, we have to wait until the end of it before we get to more seasonal temperatures. Until then, it's going to be on the warm side. Right now, here's a view from our CTV drone, powered by Century Casino. 3 great locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. That's Fox Drive, and as we look towards the skyline, we are seeing just a little bit of cloud over the city right now, so get ready for a bright morning. As that sun starts to come up, we're going to be seeing some very bright conditions, and that'll be the case as we we go throughout the day, just a little bit of cloud. The sun is going to dominate. As we take a look at our almanac for today, our high is 8. Average seasonal high -5. As we take a look at our current right now, we are at 1. Wind is light. At the airport, temperature there, 0. Wind light as well. Just a little bit of cloud, but as we go throughout the late morning and afternoon, we'll see a little bit more sun than cloud. Again, a high of 8 for today, wind light. Your 3-day forecast for tomorrow, -3 to start, 6 for a high, a little bit more cloud as we go throughout Saturday. And then Saturday overnight into Sunday morning, there's a slight chance that we could see some scattered showers. So just going to keep that in mind. We'll wake up around the freezing point on Sunday. So if we do see some of those showers, could be a little bit slick to start off Sunday morning, and then 5 for a high with more sun into Sunday afternoon. After that, our temperatures continue to slide off, but it's a slow cool down, and they remain above average seasonal high throughout the 5 and much of the 10-day forecast. I will have those details coming up a little bit later on. The Mighty Millions Lottery Power Play and 75K VIP prize deadline is midnight tonight. Win Lower Bowl Oilers season seats plus $75,000 cash. Get your tickets now at mightymillionslottery.com. Kent.
All right, thank you, Corey. Well, you'll be able to grab a drink at your local bar in the morning for some times. When watching medal rounds at the Olympic Games, the Alberta Gaming, Liquor and Cannabis Commission says so far it's received notifications from 91 bars and restaurants that want to extend their serving hours, 53 of them coming from the Edmonton area. The AGLC says the bars and restaurants can apply up to 3 days before an event to extend liquor service hours. Well, the latest attempt at the world's longest hockey game is now underway in Sherwood Park. Dozens of players making up teams that will play continuously for 261 hours. That's 11 days. Organizers say they're prepared for the warm weather, ensuring the ice is thick enough to handle some melting. They're raising money for the Alberta Cancer Foundation. Brent Sake started the record-breaking game more than 20 years ago after losing his father to cancer. This year, money raised will go to CAR T-cell therapy, a type of immunotherapy that fights blood cancers.
It's been very expensive to do that treatment, about $500,000 a patient here. So unfortunately, not everybody gets the treatment. When this is done, which I know it'll happen when this is done, there's a lab waiting at the Cross. The equipment's waiting to go. Everything's ready to go. And by August 26th, patients will be treated at the Cross.
The game lasts until Monday, the 16th. Let's take a look at your drive. This is White Mud and 149th Street. You can see the shine on the road. That's been causing problems in the afternoons with the sunshine reflecting off it. So you need to be careful out there on those roads. Be paying close attention. As we look at the map, there's a crash Mark Messier Trail north of 137th Avenue. We'll show you that in just a minute. There's also this crash from earlier this morning, westbound 23rd Avenue, east of Rabbit Hill Road. A little slow on the west White Mud. 75th Street is slow, Yellowhead as well, but for the most part, those main commuter routes rather smooth so far this morning. So here's the crash at 137th Avenue. An SUV now on its roof. We do not know at this point if there are any injuries, but further to what we showed you on the map, both eastbound and westbound traffic will have to turn onto St. Albert Trail as a result. So this is part of your drive. Be aware that there is traffic disruptions as first responders get to this crash. We're still ahead from steaks to snakes. Kids pushing all kinds of boundaries in our sidebar stories. And coming up, an Alberta artist making his mark on the Winter Olympics with his creations for Team Canada's goalies. Plus, the rise and fall of Milli Vanilli. Fab Morvan from the group joining us in studio talking about the legacy and his comeback this year at the Grammys.
Here's a look at your Edmonton gas prices coming down a little bit just before the weekend. The average gas cost below $1.20 now at $1.18. The highest gas prices also come down not too far from the average gas cost, $1.20.9. And the lowest gas price, there's an Esso on 156th Street, 111th Ave, selling at $1.06.9. Well, the world's largest Indigenous tourism conference is being held in Edmonton next weekend. Keith Henry, CEO and President of the Indigenous Tourism Association of Canada, is here with more about the event and the impact Indigenous tourism is making across the country. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you as well. Thanks for having me here.
Great to have you with us. And I'm very curious, what is the theme for this year's conference?
Yeah, this is our 13th International Indigenous Tourism Conference, and the theme is Come Walk With Us. It's just a call to action to the tourism industry for the non-Indigenous and Indigenous businesses, and of course our Indigenous tourism market across the country, to continue building what the opportunity is for both domestic and international visitors. Ways we work together to market, support development, a number of those fronts. So this is a theme that we continue to build as we just lift up Indigenous tourism as part of the destination expectations as to present Canada to not only ourselves but to the world.
Okay, very interesting. And what is actually happening at the conference itself?
Yeah, this is what we're trying to do with the conference. The Indigenous Tourism Association of Canada has brought this conference into Canada years ago. We work across the country, and we're trying to help showcase Canada as a global leader, as an Indigenous destination. So we do a lot of work around development, helping businesses grow and become market and export ready. And on the marketing side, we try and share intel, insights, what's selling to consumers, how do our Indigenous tourism businesses, grow their businesses, how are they feasible, how are they sustainable. So we see a variety of communities coming, and plus we have a tremendous number of new international visitors or guests that are coming to our conference. It's become the international platform. In fact, we have delegates from 14 other countries coming to hear what we're doing in Canada.
That's amazing. And how is Indigenous tourism impacting Canada?
Well, Indigenous tourism is a core. I've been around the industry for a number of years now. And, when I first started my journey in helping promote and develop Indigenous tourism, it was kind of an add-on. It was a nice to have. It was protocol at the initial, and then that was it. Where now it's becoming one of the driving forces. We're seeing, visitor interest in international markets. We work with Destination Canada and others to promote, for example, Alberta as an international destination. While those decisions that are being made in countries like the US and Japan and China and the UK, France, Germany, they're now making decisions also thinking about, geez, I'm really going to add Indigenous cultural visits expectations to my trip plan at the beginning. So we really moved into one of the core drivers of pushing interest for coming to Canada and spending time and learning about Canada.
That's amazing. Why, Keith, would you say that this is an important conference?
Well, I think it's really important for a few reasons. One of which is, we see the work of Indigenous Tourism Alberta. We're so proud of the work they do there. They've been helping the businesses throughout Alberta just grow, and it features that work. We see great non-Indigenous partners, like Explore Edmonton has been an amazing partner for the industry for a very long time. Travel Alberta. It showcases how to do business right to develop Indigenous tourism. We see across the country lots of efforts by the private sector, by different government organizations, and what this conference does is showcase how to do things in a proper way, with Walking With Us as the theme. And then on the business side, for our business community, it's just really, I find, inspirational. We have our national awards. We have do so many things that help lift up our businesses at a time when all we hear is this negative challenges in the global place right now. I think this is really important for us for that building that positive sentiment on the Indigenous business side as well. So we're very proud of this, and we'll have over 1,000 delegates there. So we must be doing something right.
You for sure are. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Mr. Henry.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
For more about Indigenous tourism, you can visit destinationindigenous.ca. 8:20, here's a view from the Action Furnace River Valley Skycam. Action Furnace fixed right, or it's free -1. The temperatures dipped a little bit. Mostly clear sky, though, as we start off the day today. And we will be seeing mostly sunny sky throughout the late morning and afternoon. Still one of the warmer temperatures at -1. Most temperatures right now closer to where we should be for average seasonal highs than lows. As we get into northern areas of the province, a little bit cooler. Fort McMurray -12, but not too bad. That area is seeing some flurries. Those are pulling to the east, southeast. Once you get closer to our region, we've got some clearer sky. It's going to be nice and bright and sunny as we start off the day today. We will see a lot of sun, just a little bit of scattered cloud here and there. We see that on the futurecast. Areas to the north, northeast, a little bit more cloud as we go throughout the day today. Temperature 8 degrees, wind light. Again, lots of sun as we go throughout the day today. Kent.
Thank you, Corey. Lower bowl season seats for the Oilers next year up for grabs. The Mighty Millions lottery is underway. There's a lot more to it than that. Kim has got the details of the VIP prize show home this morning. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm enjoying heated floors now inside the primary suite of the beautiful $2.5 million grand prize show home with Brianne, who is also enjoying the heated floors. Wow. So Burkholtz has done several homes for Mighty Millions lottery throughout the years. What makes this one stand out?
Oh, it's hard to pick one thing. Mm-hmm. This is an incredible home. It's over 5,000 square feet. There's 4 bedrooms, 5 baths, a gourmet kitchen, which I know we were in earlier. In the basement, there is an incredible fitness studio. We have a 3-car garage. It's obviously fully furnished and professionally decorated. Just everything about this home is incredible. Oversized windows. I know you'll talk about the view and maybe go see the view in a little bit. Yeah. But just lets all that natural light in and makes it just such a stunning home.
And viewers may notice that you're actually wearing an Edmonton Oilers jersey right now. Why is that?
I am. Well, I love the Oilers. Yes. But beyond that, tonight is our deadline for our VIP prize, which is our Power Play and 75K prize pack. So if you buy your ticket before midnight tonight, you're entered in to win lower bowl season tickets for the Oilers, which of course everyone would love, and $75,000 to spend on anything you like.
Excellent. We're going to be talking about where the money goes afterwards, but I'm going to sneak past the camera right here because we have another special guest who you saw earlier in the show, and I think he's like making the bed and making the primary suite all pretty.
Trying to clean up.
He's trying to clean up. You actually had a sleepover here last night. When you arrived, were you able to see the view or anything?
Oh, the view from this house is spectacular, and from both levels, and you'll never have any development in behind you. Completely unobstructed view of the river valley. It is, they say location with realty. View with this house.
And the thing is, because it backs onto the ravine, there's like a little pathway as well. I don't think developers can come and even build on the other side, so your view is always going to be that.
Yeah, not only on this side, but on the opposite side as well. You'll never have any development over there. And I heard, listen, I know you wanted to know my favorite parts. I heard Brianne talking about the triple garage. Side garage. You know how much I love a side garage? You pull it, oh, so good.
That's luxury right there, baby. Josh, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Have a great rest of your day. Happy weekend, and everybody. The Power Play and 75K VIP prize deadline is tonight at midnight. Get your tickets at mightymillionslottery.com. Again, it's your chance to win lower bowl season tickets to the Edmonton Oilers and $75,000 cash. But that is not it. On top of that, we're giving you a chance today to win $1,000 cash. All you have to do is text the keyword mighty to 10400. Good luck, everybody.
Hello, Jermaine Franklin inside the TSN Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Thursday. For it, we're going to Buffalo. Pens, Sabres. Anthony Mantha at the side of the net with a beautiful between-the-legs pass to Avery Hayes, and he goes upstairs on Alex Lyon. What a crazy goal. It's outstanding. It's Hayes' first NHL game, first NHL period, and already a second goal. What a way to start your career, not to mention he's on the same line as Sidney Crosby. That's your must-see moment from Thursday. And today on TSN, Milano Cortina 2026 opening ceremony. Coverage begins at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. That's all from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
TSN must-see moments brought to you by Century Casino. 3 great locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile.
Well, it's time for our sidebar, and this next story might make you a little bit hungry. You never forget the first time you taste your favorite food.
I'll have the steak smothered in onions, a rack of ribs, pasta with extra garlic, French fries with lots of vinegar, and a side of...
Look at his eyes. This baby is tasting steak for the very first time, and he loves it. No teeth, no problem. He can't stop gnawing on the juicy piece of meat and even grabs it with both hands. Oh, he's going to have expensive taste when he gets older.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking, the same thing. Yeah. That's no peas and carrots, that's for sure. And here's a very unique friendship that may make some of your skin crawl.
Everybody finds somebody someplace.
That's little Bella and her pet snake, Gizmo. They do it all together. Watch TV, they dance, they read, they cuddle. They've been BFFs for 4 years now. They even have a book about their friendship. And if you're concerned about it, don't worry. Gizmo is a ball python, not poisonous.
Good.
Which is a good thing, of course.
Yeah, you can feel a little more relaxed about that situation.
Of course. On the text line, we've been talking about warm weather, and we want to know what you think about it. People seem to be mixed, Corey.
That's right. Sharon says, I love the weather, but I am scared for what is to come, and farmers need moisture, and things will prematurely start to grow. Very true. I love it, but on the fence, have an awesome Friday. You have a great Friday, too, as well.
Sharon. Now, Dave says, too warm. Edmonton in February is supposed to be colder and snowing. Paula says, I don't mind the mild temperatures at all. Hopefully it means a shorter winter with an early spring. So a lot of different mixed messages on the text line. But even people who are enjoying this also kind of tempering that with like, it doesn't seem good for the future.
Yeah, they understand that there could be some consequence that goes with things melting off fairly quickly and early at this time. So, yeah. But we have to wait at least another 10 days before we see our temperatures drop off significantly. So,
have your say. Text us at 10400.
Girl, you know it's true.
It is true. Fab Morvan from Milli Vanilli is joining us in studio talking about his tell-all autobiography and why he's here in Edmonton. That's coming up, so stay with us.
Your Morning Edmonton's Kitchen, provided by Trail Appliances and KitchenAid.
Good morning, just after 8:30 here on a Friday. Hopefully you're off to a great start to your day. And once again, we're talking about the warmth out there, Corey.
That's right. Seems like it's never going to come to an end. It will eventually. We will see things cool off, but not until the end of the 10-day forecast. So today, another warm day, warm through the weekend, a little bit cooler next week, but still above seasonal. I have your 5-day forecast coming up in 6 minutes, Kent.
All right, thank you, Corey. The Canadian Bar Association says a proposal for appointing judges by Alberta's premier would compromise judicial independence. In a letter to the Prime Minister, Danielle Smith demanded more input on the selection of federal judges, writing that the provincial government could hold back money. The Canadian Bar Association speaks for 40,000 lawyers, judges, and legal professionals. In a letter to Smith, it says the proposal would compromise the appointment process, saying that Smith's suggestion that courts do not reflect the values and expectations of Albertans underscores the political nature of her proposal. Federal Justice Minister Sean Fraser says he plans to maintain the current selection process. Concerned community members turned out to a town hall in Calgary in response to a spike in extortion and shooting cases targeting the South Asian community.
The frustrating part is there, CPS, provincial government, federal government, there's got to be some action. It just can't be talk.
Calgary police hosted the meeting last night. Investigators confirming 21 active extortion cases in that city, including several shootings. Police say threats are made online over communication apps, demanding money, pressuring victims to stay quiet. Police agencies from several provinces, including Alberta, will meet in Surrey, BC next week to address an escalating wave of violent extortion cases. Teachers across Alberta are making room away from the classroom to learn for themselves. This is the first of 9 two-day teachers conventions that are underway in Edmonton. The rest will be held across the province for the next 2 months. The conventions are for professional development, giving teachers a chance to connect. It follows a tumultuous start to the school year. In October, tens of thousands of teachers walked off the job and then were ordered back to work by the Alberta government.
Huge impact. Average classroom teacher has definitely felt the highs and lows of what's been going on, whether it's curriculum, lack of resources, the strike for sure. So this midpoint sort of like chance to reset, I think, is really important for teachers.
The conventions are paid for through teachers' union fees. Well, Horlack Park will officially open again March 13th, 3 years to the day that it closed for renovation. The city says most of the popular park will be accessible, including a new playground, lakefront promenade, as well as a modernized pavilion and updated washrooms. The new perimeter path and multi-use trails are fully paved. People can walk, bike, or snowshoe around the park. The city says cross-country skiing and skating will be available next season, and says there will be some active construction areas as they finish up work in landscaping. Prior to the renovations, most of the infrastructure was original from 1976. The grand reopening celebration is scheduled for May 30th. One of Team Canada's Olympic goaltenders is bringing a piece of Alberta with him to Italy. Calgary's Logan Thompson is one of 3 goalies on Team Canada's men's team. He'll be wearing a mask painted by Calgary artist Dave Freed. Freed says Thompson wanted to represent his roots.
What he asked for was he wanted a Calgary/Alberta vibe for his mask. So, still wants a very Canadian kind of leaf on there, but the background stuff, he definitely wanted the Calgary Tower in there. And I kind of asked him if he would want to do that kind of that pond hockey scene in front and then the city and the mountains in the back.
Freed also painted the mask for Darcy Kemper on the Olympic team and 2 of the women's team's goalies.
Here's a view from our CTV drone powered by Century Casino. 3 great locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. That's Foot Field. And also a nice sunrise in the distance. Just a little bit of cloud as the sun is making its way up. It's going to be nice and bright as we go throughout the day today. Just a little bit of scattered cloud here and there, but the sun is going to dominate. So again, there's Foot Field, a nice shot from our CTV drone. Temperature in Stony Plain, -1. We're also seeing that at the airport and the Blatchford station. 0 Elk Island and -2 in Namao. Winds pretty light to calm in the region. Temperatures within the city, most reporting locations are coming in at -1. Then we have Beverly at +1. For today, 8 for a high. Lots of sun as we go throughout the day. Wind on the light side. As we take a look at your 5-day forecast for tomorrow, -3 to start, 6 for a high. Saturday, a little bit more cloud, and then overnight into Sunday morning, there's a slight chance we could see some scattered showers, so it could be a little bit slick on Sunday morning if we do see those materialize, and then 5 for a high. 2s for Monday and Tuesday, so we do see our temperatures slide off, but still remaining above average seasonal high, which is -5. Once we get towards the end of the 10-day forecast, we do see a return to that, and we'll have details on that coming up in about 15 minutes. But again, another warm day for us today with temperatures slowly sliding as we go throughout the weekend. Kent.
Thank you, Corey. Let's take a look at your drive. The main one here is this crash, Mark Messier Trail, north of 137th Avenue. We showed this earlier this morning, an SUV upside down. So first responders are there, but traffic is being diverted as a result. So heads up if that's part of your drive. The Yellowhead is also a little slow this morning. Same with the West Whitemud. But for the most part, all things considered, this is the best the traffic map has looked to finish up rush hour all week long. Lower Bowl season seats for the Oilers next year up for grabs. The Mighty Millions lottery is underway, and there's a whole lot more from there. Kim has the details from the VIP show home this morning. Kim, it's a fabulous place. How's it going down there?
Yeah, it is gorgeous. And now we're in the lower level, which doesn't even feel like a lower level of this beautiful Keswick home. Worth $2.5 million. This is Grand Prize Show Home. This is actually their spring home, and we're already over 50% sold for tickets, which is amazing. And 50-50, by the way, is over $800,000. So we love our 50-50 here in Alberta. So, of course, when we buy tickets to Mighty Millions Lottery, you win big, but you're doing something even bigger. Where does the money go, Brianne?
Yeah, you bet. So it supports Stollery kids, and just such an incredible opportunity right now. We just launched our Stollery No Bounds campaign, so a once-in-a-generation campaign to support not just continuing to fund excellence at the existing Stollery today, but also funding excellence at a new standalone Stollery right here in Edmonton.
Okay, and so let's talk about all the kids. You see kids, when you come down here and take a tour throughout the Grand Prize Show Home, you see these life-size cutouts of these kids, and that's who we're doing it for. Do you have some stories of families and kids who have toured the home and just said, hey, thank you for doing this?
Yeah, you bet. You know, we were joined here by Aubrey and her mom, Brittany, last night. Just an incredible family. Aubrey spent 134 days in the Stollery after being born prematurely and having cerebral palsy and an aggressive digestive disease. And now, as her mom says, she is feisty, she is mighty, and, you know, that's all thanks to to those who support the Stollery that make stories like theirs possible.
And so it's really important to purchase tickets to help families and kids like this for the Stollery. Now, you're wearing an Edmonton Oilers jersey. There is a reason for that, because if you buy a ticket before midnight tonight, you're in for one heck of a prize. 2 prizes, actually.
You bet. Yeah, our Power Play and 75K prize. So you win lower bowl season tickets to the Oilers, which I would love to rep this jersey there, and then $75,000 for you to spend on anything your heart desires.
There you go. And you're wearing the vintage jersey, by the way. Well, vintage, I mean, it just looks kind of vintage like this, but it's so beautiful. You look great. Brianne, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
So remember, the Power Play and 75K VIP prize deadline is tonight at midnight. Get your tickets at MightyMillionsLottery.com. It's your chance to win those lower bowl season seats for the Edmonton Oilers games, plus $75,000 on top of that. But here's the thing. We are adding something extra today, and it's only for today. If you text the word mighty to 10400, you are in for a chance to win $1,000 cash. So once again, text in the keyword mighty to 10400. Good luck, everybody. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend.
Your Morning Edmonton Weather Star is sponsored by Big Box Outlet Store. I'm joined by Braden this morning. Good morning, Braden. How are you?
Good.
Awesome. I'm going to congratulate you because you're our first Weather Star. How does that feel?
Good.
Awesome. Okay, so what school do you go to?
Suzuki Charter School.
Okay, and what grade are you in?
7.
Grade 7, okay. And what do you want to do when you're done school?
Commentary.
Okay, do you want to do that for sports, or what kind of commentary?
Probably sports.
Okay, and do you have any favorite sports?
Hockey, basketball, football.
Okay, so covering the wide gamut there for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you do the forecast. Do you think you're ready? Awesome. Okay, I'm going to step off and you do the weather forecast for today.
Today it'll be 7 degrees with light wind, and usually it's -5, so it's pretty warm.
Awesome. So how are you liking these warm conditions?
Good. I don't need to go outside and freeze.
Nice. Perfect. Well, I want to thank you so much. You did a great job, and thank you for being our first Weather Star.
Yeah.
Awesome. And your child could become the next Your Morning Edmonton Weather Star and deliver the weather forecast on air. Enter online at ctvedmonton.ca or scan the QR code on your screen.
Your Morning Edmonton's Weather Star is brought to you by Big Box Outlet Store, helping people afford everyday life.
Well, still ahead, Milli Vanilli's Fab Morvan is here in studio talking about his most recent Grammy nomination. That's right after the break. And also ahead, the Super Bowl means super snacking. We look at the humble beginnings of the most popular football side dish.
The chicken wing was originated here in 1964. It's a great story.
Wake up with Your Morning Edmonton. Brought to you by CIR Realty, making real estate easy in Edmonton, Red Deer, and Central Alberta.
Girl, you know it's true. I love you.
That is the song that shot Milli Vanilli to worldwide fame, earning a Grammy award that they eventually returned because of a lip sync scandal. One of the members, Fab Morvan, has detailed that story and the journey since then in a new book. The audio version nominated for a Grammy this year, and Fab joins us this morning to talk all about it. Thanks so much for being here. It's been a pleasure talking to you already in the commercial break. Let's start with things at the top.
Yes.
And then the fall. What was it like losing it all at that moment?
It was hard to put into a few words, but abandoned is the first one that comes to mind. Disillusioned is another. And, you know, when you enter the music industry, you think you enter a family because it's about music, and music being love being music and the soundtrack of our lives. You think everything's going to be honky-dory. But we didn't know the industry. We didn't know how it worked. So we just went in there and hoped for the best and realized, oh, but it's a business.
Yeah.
We didn't know that. And we fell. We fell awfully.
Yeah.
You know, and trusted people who were going to give us the dream, the hand that was also going to feed us, because we had nothing. I couldn't afford loaf of bread at some point. I had to steal. Like, I was really down and out. And months after months, we started to roast together, did some shows together, got discovered, played with the band, and we really thought that after working so hard, after struggling so hard, that was the way the dream was here. We were going to do it, but it wasn't that. It wasn't true.
Yeah, it was all taken away. Now, your bandmate no longer with us. What is it like to live this legacy since then alone?
Well, you know, a person that I could turn to and say, hey, man, you remember that walked in the same shoes as I did, isn't there. So music has been my confidant, my friend, my mother, my father, my everything. And together with music, I kind of traveled through time, and there I found confidence by making music. And then because you do what you do, you do it well, people come to you. Mm-hmm. And then it's up to you to be selective this time around and say, you yes, you no.
Yeah.
And it's been a process of that, and trusting my instinct and living a good life. I'm a father of 4, Sacha, Solange, Vince, Paris, Mama Tessa. And we live in Europe, and I'm loving life.
Good.
Fatherhood is the best thing that could have ever happened to me.
Now, you detail all of this. It's been such a long time since that first Grammys. You have your new book, the audio version, nominated for a Grammy this year. What was that like for you?
Well, it's pretty amazing because, 36 years later, I'm on the red carpet, and I'm still looking good.
Absolutely, you are.
Health is your wealth. I believe that I've invested in myself, and like I said, music has been supporting me forever. I can support my family with music, but now I'm entering the Canadian market. I'm entering the American market because I've been touring in Europe extensively for quite some time. Mm-hmm. But now I'm coming to the U.S., and that nomination really, is a win for me, like to have gone so far and to be acknowledged by my peers, because my peers voted for me. It's not a popularity contest, so we made that happen, So now let's see what happens.
Now, before it's all said and done, what do you want to be remembered for?
Resilience.
Yeah.
When you fall, you stand back up, you reinvent yourself, and because of everything that you've learned, you can spread it around. And I am the frequency modulator. I'm here to modulate, elevate, and stimulate, because it's all about that. So if I can be that guy, because Bob Marley was that for me, because of his music and the different types of music that I chose to listen to, it was elevating me. So I hope that I can have some of my songs on people's lips and say, you know what, you make me feel good. And I'm getting that from talking. People are not really familiar with my music. I have a lot of music out there. You can go check it out. Mm-hmm. But that is my purpose. I got my family, and I got music, and I also paint and I write now. Because of the book, I'm a nominated author. So to be continued. I believe in creativity and positivity and spreading good vibes to the world.
Very cool stuff. Well, I can tell you, you've elevated us this morning. Thanks so much for being here, Fab.
Thank you. I'll call you Super Ken.
That's right. I'll take that. I'll take that. So the new book is called You Know It's True. There's a book signing and Q&A with Fab today at West Edmonton Mall. It's from 1 to 3 this afternoon. He'll also be at the Temple Ballroom tonight, 9 o'clock for the 90s throwback party. Live concert tickets still available. Good times guaranteed. You can find those at showpass.com/Milli Vanilli 2026. So still ahead, from kitchen scraps to Super Bowl snack, we'll tell you about the chicken wing and its rise to popularity on Super Bowl night.
There's really no other way to watch a football game.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Here's the view from our CTV drone powered by Century Casino. 3 great locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Beautiful look out there at the River Valley, where we are still seeing some snow. Not all of it has disappeared yet. People getting ready for the Silver Skate Festival. And we've got the dog park out there, the zoo, looking quite nice as we start off on this Friday morning. Temperature for today, we are heading for a high of 8. Wind light. Nice mix of sun and cloud, a little bit more sun than cloud at times. Tomorrow, -3 to start, 6 for a high for tomorrow, a little bit more cloud. Saturday overnight through Sunday morning, a slight chance we could see some scattered showers, about a 30% chance, so it might be a little bit slick Sunday morning. 5 for a high. Pair of 2s for Monday and Tuesday. As we take a look at your 10-day forecast, still warm throughout next week. It's once we get into the later parts of next weekend, halfway through the month, that we see a return to more seasonal temperatures. Kent.
All right, thank you, Corey. Well, ahead of the Super Bowl on Sunday, Toronto Zoo's great horned owl, Butters, has made a prediction. There you go. Butters picking the Patriots to win against the Seahawks on Sunday. And now remember, if you haven't made your picks, Owls, they are known to be quite wise. And a lot of fans are gearing up for the biggest night in football. Undoubtedly one of the biggest nights for snacking as well. One Super Bowl staple is an untouched champion, chicken wings, dominating as the most consumed food during the game. ABC's Olivia Rubin has a look back at the humble beginnings.
I have some wings for you. They're an American classic, often paired with America's favorite sport.
Wings are a football Super Bowl
Synonymous.
commodity. Yes, they go hand in hand.
But years before millions of Americans were eating them, the wings of a chicken were really just considered scraps. So how did the popular snack as we know and love them come to be? Well, some say right here.
100 years of American food, so we're pretty proud.
At the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York.
The chicken wing was originated here in 1964. It's a great story.
As the story has it, Teresa Bellissimo just needed a quick snack for her son and his friends late one night.
So she's looking around the kitchen and she had those chicken wings sitting at the side of the stock of the soup. And they'd either put those wings in the soup or, maybe discard them. They didn't have much meat on them, So she just thought, I'm going to deep fry them in oil.
And the rest, they say, was history. Anchor Bar now running 17 locations nationwide, synonymous with the wing and churning them out daily, especially on Super Bowl Sunday. So what exactly is the trick to making the original chicken wing?
We'll use our flagship just as the original recipe was back in 1964.
And you can't tell us what's in it?
No, I can't tell you what's in it.
Sadly, their world-renowned buffalo sauce is a secret. But Matt says the key to cooking the perfect crispy wings is frying them to almost 200 degrees. And of course, plenty of basket shaking. Then it's time for some sauce. I had to taste them for myself, sitting right in the spot where Teresa served up that very first wing in 1964.
It's amazing.
It's not hard to see why this Western New York bar draws visitors from all around the world.
There's really no other way to watch a football game.
Olivia Rubin, ABC News, Buffalo.
Saucy or dry rub?
Dry.
Yeah,
but
same.
I've been to Anchor Bar.
Okay.
It was so busy, the phone was ringing, they just took it off the hook.
Oh, wow.
It was
There
so
you go.
busy in there. It's amazing. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.
Your Morning Edmonton's Kitchen, provided by Trail Appliances and KitchenAid.